So welcome today,
Good morning, madam.
Dharmesh Mehta ji. How are you?
Fine.
I'm Anuradha Mittal.
And I'm Dharmesh Mehta. Many people said, why don't you speak your name?
Yes, so that's why I thought today that we should speak our name.
Yeah, because the house we are going to discuss today, where the introduction is much important.
Yes, sir. So today we are viewers, we are going to be talking about the seventh house. Seventh house is the house which is for marriage, for partnership. It's the house that is directly opposite the ascendant. So
Yes.
it's the people that you face. It's the world outside of you.
Yeah.
It's also the house of in the human body. It's the house of the lower stomach,
Yeah.
of the kidneys, and maybe some part of intestines as well.
Yeah.
And I guess in the next eighth video we are going to do the lower part as well.
Yeah.
But this is the house which is everything to do with the people who are going to come into your life. So it's a very important house, sir.
Yeah.
It's also known as the Kama house. It's known as the Marka house as well.
Yes. Yes.
So if you can throw some light on all these aspects and various other aspects that you can think of, it would be great.
See, seventh house is always called as just the person who face you, just the person who dare to face you, dare to face you,
Correct.
because you as a unique quality, nobody mirror image of you, so you'll only face the people who can face the same thing as you have, same qualities means. So seventh house is a house where the people see you. They are standing and looking to you, like our viewers are looking to us.
Yeah.
So every time they give feedback,
Correct.
you improve this, you do this. So same like seventh house is a house where you get a criticism also, you
Yeah.
get a good comments also. So and entire world is watching you.
Yeah.
See, you are watching you from outside and inside is your ascendant and your moon.
Correct.
But you have to also take care about how the people see you.
Yeah.
It is also utmost important. So seventh house is basically people think it's only a matrimonial house where the wife to be seen or the husband to be seen, the person to whom you marry. This is also one of the new birth. See, new life you start when you marry. Again, your life at a half age or your 25, 26, 38, you again start a new life.
Yeah.
Till that you are alone, you are doing your own things, but now you have to share everything. So that's also a house. So we'll not to take so much time of the viewers, and we directly jump to the seventh house. Basically, Parashara has given this house as a Libra. Libra is a sign for this. So Libra is a balance.
Correct.
Now you have to balance, not with you, but you have to balance with others.
Yeah.
It's a balance, what you say, that weight scale.
Scale.
So whereby you have to balance every side, both the sides. So here you have to balance with the others, balance with the world. So that's a house, Libra. This house brings you a new life, your wife, your husband, your partner. Now the definition of wife, husband is now changing in the living
absolutely.
relationship. But as Parashara has already said, whatever the time you are running, you have to keep the meaning of same in that time.
So also even the Supreme Court of India has allowed live-in marriages actually.
Yeah,
So that also becomes like your spouse only in a way.
Yeah, it's also par with the marriage now.
Correct.
There's no distinguish. So the viewers just careful about selecting your partner. As I already done the marriage workshop, entire workshop as I done where I given the seventh house.
Yeah.
One of the technique I have given in the choosing a wife or partner is that you see your ascendant and see the opposite sign. I have categorized three groups now as we discussed. See what happens if you are in Aries or in your Scorpio. If your ascendant lord is Mars, you will face opposite as a Venus.
Correct.
1/7 and 8/2. This is the first best group where one person attract others. Mars
Correct.
and Venus. Venus and Mars.
Very
So
true.
it comes fourth sign. Either your Aries and Taurus,
Yeah.
or either your Scorpio and Libra. Either you are Mars, they are Venus. So this four category, whenever you are choosing, you will always attract each other. It's very see, might be a generalized statement, but very few divorce or very few separation happens because each other love each other.
Yeah.
See, Mars is a fire, and Moon, Venus is called
Yes,
a
ghee. Butter.
Butter. So whenever you add the butter, the life of the fire gets extended. So that's the first group where both have equal attraction towards each other. That's the first group. Now second group is Mercury and Jupiter. 3, 6, 9, 12. Whenever it's if you are Mercury, opposite is Jupiter. If you are Jupiter, opposite is Mercury. Right? That's the second group. Now this is a 50-50. Previous one was a 100% complete person. Now this is a 50%, whereby one need others but the other doesn't need. See, the Mercury always need Jupiter because Mercury is a knowledge and Jupiter is an intellectual.
Is the guru.
Guru, intellectual level. So after knowledge you go to the intellectual level. But after intellectual level you never come down.
Very true.
So what happens that ascendant of the Mercuries 3 and 6 will find the partners very intelligent. But whenever the 9 and 12 ascendants are there, Sagittarius and Pisces, they will find some below of mental level.
Okay.
So there's some type of distraction. That is why I say it's a 50-50%. And now third group is where people have to actually take care about this is Moon Sun opposite to Saturn.
Correct. Moon and Saturn, yeah.
4 opposite 10 Saturn, 5 opposite 10 Saturn. Now in this category you can always expect 25% inbuilt and 75% you have to build.
Okay.
Only nature have given 75% and 25% and 75% you have to develop. But still Cancer ascendant, they will adjust because Moon and opposite is Saturn.
Sign, yeah.
Moon is mood and Saturn is Saturn. What happens that at night Saturn all dark,
Correct.
Moon can appear.
Yeah.
You see,
Very right.
people don't think that logically, so they can adjust with each other. In dark you will find Moon, and Moon always find in dark.
But if Leo, then Saturn has to disappear.
Yeah, so there only the ascendant of 2, 5 and 11.
11, yeah.
When either you will be Sun and they will be Saturn. So thereby it will be very difficult. At night there will be never brightness, and brightness there will be no darkness. So people have to always keep in mind that things are not always a good. You have to select other way, right? So this type of things you have to always take care. So this is one of the basic things while you are choosing. You first see yourself to whom you are more comfortable. Yeah. The 7th house is your opposite.
So what should these people do who have Moon and
see, Moon and
Leo.
Saturn and Leo and Saturn, you have to start with the compromising. I already given in my marriage video that you start with the compromising just by selecting. See, at the time of selection you have some parameters. She should be or he should be educated, some parameters you have there. You start compromising that self only. Why you are waiting that person to come and then you start at initial stage start compromising? If we are already thought that she should be or he should be well educated, take some less educated people also and try to adjust. If you don't adjust, day and night cannot appear simultaneously.
Right.
So that is why adjustment is the main thing, and you have to run that. The 50% only the things will be run. 50% you have to make it run.
So what about the 159 combination?
159
for marriage, say for example, if somebody is looking, I mean not to the context of the 7th house,
okay,
but for marriage 159 is a good combination.
Yeah, see that I think we have already done compatibility video.
Yeah.
That viewer has to see that video
later on. That
so that the interest to be continued.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
7th house. Now we go as per the planet. If the 7th house is we have already speak all this planet.
Correct.
If the viewer has already noted that we have speak all this, but still, if your 7th house is occupied by Sun or Sun sign, that means your opposite person, partner, either social partner or commercial partner, business partner, is somewhat in the nature of dominating, and he like to show. Let him allow. Once you know that he is in the nature of setting, you give him more priority. What you want, result, no?
Correct.
Give him priority.
Appreciate.
Give him credit, appreciation. So that what happened that you will always find that he will always go smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Many people always allow, give respect to the wife and everything, so that wife or husband, so that they will always happy and give you reciprocal things. So sun is there. If moon is placed in 7th house.
So what about say the ailment of the lower stomach when sun is there?
Yeah, when sun is there, you have a genetically problem over this.
Okay.
So it has to be repaired some other time. Where sun appears or sun is afflicted by some malefic planet, it has to be cured.
Okay.
Now moon, when moon and moon sign is placed here, that means your partner is very moody.
Yeah,
You have
emotional.
to emotional and moody. So you have to always pamper her mood, her or his mood, and always you have to care about the mood.
Yeah.
If you find your partner is not at the mood, don't try to put the things in front of her or him, otherwise it will be adversely affected. So everywhere you have control over yourself, no? You can't have control over others.
Correct.
You
Right.
can start with your things. Then if Mars is there in the 7th house, that means your partner has an aggressive nature. When he or she says something, that means he wants now. Don't delay, and that is a Kuja dosh. Mangal dosh
Yes.
always appears when the Mars is in 7th house. See what is a Mars? Mars is a desire, as we have already described, but it is a Shakti, Urja and Utsa. Shakti means strength, Urja means energy, and Utsa means enthusiasm.
Excitement.
Excitement. So Mars people, the 7th lord, if it is Mars or place Mars, they have this capacity. Now you have to cope up with that capacity.
Yeah.
Say suppose you are purchasing a Ferrari, or suppose you are purchasing don't dream. Suppose you are purchasing Mercedes. Now do you ride Mercedes on the 30 and 40
No.
per
You
kilometer?
have to. I mean, you have to show off the car.
Show off
You
car,
have to
you have
drive
to
at
speed.
100. Yeah.
So the same person you are taking in your life.
Okay.
So you have to pace, you have to.
So that means if somebody is getting married to a person who's got Mars sign or Mars sitting there, they have to just sit back and relax and let the other person do the driving.
Yeah, and at least cope up with the speed.
Yeah.
Don't stop them because they will not stop.
Correct.
You have to match with that capacity.
Very
So
right.
Mars, you have to this, and they want things now. Their now means now.
Correct. Or yesterday.
They doesn't have now, or they have option never.
Okay.
Either now or never. So sometimes this create the distraction between the partners or couples, so it has to be taken very carefully.
What about the ailment with Mars?
For ailment also, it will create so hyperness. They use their organ very rarely. See, some have a habit of drinking when Mars in 7, because it's aspecting your 2nd house.
Correct.
It gives temptation to yourself and your mouth simultaneously.
True.
So that's just some habits or some addiction will be there that cause some ailment to your kidney. Your
Yeah.
kidney is not cope up with this. So you have to see your capacity. Now when Mercury is in the 7th house, that means your partner is very intelligent. You can only win. See, there's no means of win, but you can only handle these things with the intellectual level
intelligence.
or application of mind. Your partner, your life partner is only convinced with some logic, as I always explain. So you have to put some logic, even though you are speaking wrong. Fall, that should not
If
be
you
there.
give logic, then you'll
Yeah.
be okay.
That you can save at least. So that's a core part. Then you have to always handle this person with the utmost care, that you should always apply your brain.
Correct.
And then only you'll able to handle.
What
But many
about
people,
Mercury is also known as the handsome prince.
yeah, that same thing I'm going to say. If Mercury is placed, the many old rishi says that you'll get a chance twice. It double the things.
Both was
So
dual
it
sign.
may possible in the nowadays we can accept that he might have a extra marriage, but don't create don't liquor your mouth. It's not things. But many time it happens that they have a multiple relation. Not as a marriage, but they incline towards a second relation or something.
So this
Dual
is the
relation.
person or the spouse?
Or, he has a multiple,
Relations,
the person has a 7th Mars, so he has a double multiple relation with the opposite partner. So Mercury, then you have a Jupiter again.
So what about ailment for Mercury?
See, everywhere the element always touch with the, see, Mercury have a element with the skin. So
Right.
maybe some skin or allergic things will be happen to your lower abdomen or this. So you have to extract care. See, that depends on the strength of the planet.
Of course, and so many
Yes,
other
ma'am.
factors in
Yes,
the
so many
chart.
other factors. Now, if the Jupiter is in 7th house, Jupiter being a Karaka of the 7th house, marriage, life. For female is a husband,
Yeah.
For female it's a husband, but for male it's a Venus. That we'll talk on the Venus part. So when Jupiter in the 7th house, that means you have so much priority to the public and you always avoid your own partner. Because one at a time. See my golden principle, from one house at a time, only one result. So you'll find that whose marriage life is not very good, they are very good in the public life.
Correct.
And opposite, who are in the public life, now we see so many people, their personal life always some has to be sacrificed. It's not always bad or nothing, but you'll see all the great people, we should not name because it's a personal life.
Of course.
But they all have so much good personal life, good public life. In public, people love them, but they personally not so good in their marriage or personal life. So it always happens. So what happens that Jupiter in the 7th house, they have so many people to meet, face. So it will be always a less time for the family or wife or even the husband, wife. So what happens then? Jupiter in the 7th may increase one thing at a time and will not be able to increase second. It may be adversely. His marriage life will be perfectly okay, very well, but he doesn't want to go anywhere out. He only concentrated in his marriage life only. So one at a time, being a Karaka. When Venus is in this house, and for disease, Jupiter always gives in the expandable nature. So might be your kidney or something are going to expand. That we have already discussed in the 6th house. Yeah? So 7th house, when Venus is placed,
this is the Karak.
Yeah, Karaka. See, that is a difference here. Why Parashara has made 2 Karaka for 7th house? Because female always get married to grow. To grow from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, child and everything. That's the intention of the wife to get married. But the intention of male to get married is only pleasure. Because their Karaka is Venus only. They only get for the pleasure, for child, anything. But female also has to grow. Because in our Indian tradition, female up to the father house, when she is staying, we always suppress or not giving so much good treatment. They all say, go and get this thing in your husband house. So she is always dreaming, I'll going and do this thing to my husband house. So she always have a tendency of growth. So that is why Parashara has made.
She thinks that when she goes to her own family, then she can do what she feels.
She will grow. Her own internal grow. When Venus in the 7th house, either in for male or female, it gives an extra pleasure. They always enjoy. And if that Venus is nullified by Saturn or Rahu, aspecting Saturn, Rahu, Mars, then that tendency goes to the Vikriti, what you say?
Extensive.
Okay, extensive. So that that it is very difficult to control. In my guru says that Venus in the 7th house, and if it is a retrograded, that means he or she inclines so many relations. So it's not good.
It's obsession.
Obsession. So Venus not being good, because you are going to enjoy this thing, but enjoying should have some limits. Once enjoyment cross, then it becomes addiction. So you should not incline toward the addiction. But those who have, please control your Venus. I already given to suppress the Venus, use zircon. We already discussed. Now Saturn. Again people get scared. My Saturn is there. That forbidden fruit will be delayed. No, it's not delay. Sometimes Saturn, I find that Saturn in the 7th house, in my marriage workshop also I said, it will always turn into the some different time. Now what a different time? If your caste and community permits you marry 22, 24, it might be early or it might be late. Both the time. See, Shani's Chogadia also is Kal. Kal means time. So Shani gives on time. If he want to give result earlier, he can give.
But it's Shani's time.
Saturn's time. Saturn time.
Not our time.
Not our time. So what happened? Our religious gives us the permission from 24, 26. Every religion has the in the some caste you'll find 20, 22 early marriage also. So that marriage will be either before time or after time. But normally Saturn in 7th house, they themselves prolong. Natal Jatak Swam, he himself delay the things. He said, no, first let me complete this priority, then I will marry.
So also when Saturn is in the 7th house, it prolongs the marriage. Because it's a steady marriage, it's a relationship of partnership then.
So that bond is very good. See, I always see people who marry under the Saturn Dasha Antardasa, Shani Sadesati, their bonding is very much good. Because Shani is Bandhan.
Restriction.
So So it knot,
Yeah, correct.
knot, right? So during the time of knot, if you knot with
Yeah.
some person, tie with some person, that person will be for a long years. So Saturn in the seventh house, don't be afraid. It might be own sign, exalted. You might get early marriage, but that has commonly seen if Saturn in the seventh house, your spouse and you, the distance between each will be long. Your opposite partner may be elder to you. Now it applies to male also and female also. Nowadays it
Correct.
applies. So many, and it says it's a blessing. Whenever a male
The
gets
female
a
is
female
older,
elder,
yeah, very
older or elder, then it will be a blessing to you.
So what about disease?
For Saturn in the seventh house, no disease is very good. It controls the organ very well.
Restricts the
Restrict
disease.
the disease. So it is for the sixth house also we have discussed that Saturn is always in the protective mood.
Correct.
So Saturn in this house will always function this organ very normally. Now a chance scope of Rahu and Ketu always. See, whenever Rahu is there, your marriage will be some unconventional way. See, either your caste is so rigid that doesn't permit you to marry in the other caste, you will going to purchase. See, Rahu's first thing is to allow me. We have already
Correct.
discussed.
Very true.
Allow me to do something.
Yeah. And different.
Yeah, differently. So they always fall in love, other caste, other community. See, Rahu's first thing is to allow me, let me break. Either it will break caste because Rahu is a
Yeah.
caste base. So either it will break the caste, otherwise if you made not break the caste, it will break the marriage because now nothing.
Or even
is there.
religion. If
Religion.
you break the religion.
So
Yeah.
same, if you don't break caste, religion, then it will break a marriage because there's
Correct.
nothing left for him to
Very
break.
true.
So I found many times that Rahu in the seventh house, first relation, they say, yeah, we have decided to do that, but somehow engagement has broken or the marriage. So that is a very good indication that you break. First you break the caste. Don't say in the same performance of a rituals.
Yeah.
You go something different. If you break little more, then it will not break furthermore. So if Rahu is in the seventh house, your marriage will be unconventional. I seen one chart where Rahu is in the seventh house. They were married 20 years before. So I just asked, just to confirm myself. I say, during your marriage time, some events has occurred. Well, the day when I am going to marry, it was called strike. There's a close and entire Bombay was
So there's a
closed.
break.
Yeah. No, not break. It was the entire Bombay was closed. I have to go through ambulance. they all these
So that's
people,
why it was
Yeah.
that bad thing which saved
Yeah.
their marriage.
Yeah. So what happens that some unconventional thing will happen
Yeah.
during your marriage, setting of marriage. But whenever Ketu is in this seventh house, I always give my viewers and client that please check everything about your your opposite partner because you might miss something. They might hide something that you later on come to know because
Yeah.
Ketu always hide, it doesn't reflect everything. So sometimes it happens after the marriage you will come to know she is not physically fit. He is not financially so sound as he has shown before.
Yeah.
Right, either side, no?
Correct.
So sometimes it happens that things had somewhere hidden. Whatever look on the apparent of the face is different than what is the actual thing. So whenever the Ketu, but it's a Ketu, you whatever the precaution you do, some of the other things you miss out. So better check everything. So there are so many international marriage are nowadays happening. People from
Because of the
chatting and
internet,
everything.
yeah, that's right.
And afterward, when girls go there or the boys comes here or something, they will come to know they already married 2 times, they have a child, and then the life. So sometimes, see, it's not always, but if Ketu is there, you have to take extra precaution.
So
during
then
this
so
time.
many different aspects. What are the remedies of the seventh house? Because everyone's life depends. At least
Yeah.
people think that happiness comes from the
Yeah, for
marriage or
Ketu,
partnership.
my best remedy is to pray Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha, everybody loves.
Yeah.
So by praying Lord Ganesha, because Lord Ganesha at his time there was a story that his head was cut. The Ketu is also same. See, the lower part of his is a Ketu, and they then plant the elephant face and is everything. So by praying Ketu, praising Ketu, you Lord Ganesha, you pray always Lord Ganesha, and Ganesha is always called Mangal Murti. It will give good things to them. So that is why I say, okay, if you pray Lord Ganesha, the Riddhi and Siddhi, that's the wife of the
Of
Ganesha,
course,
also come with
welcome
him.
to you.
You are welcoming this, and also you can feed dog because dog always love by this Ketu. And you always find in Maharashtra, especially in Bombay, people pray Guru Dattatreya. Is a Guru Dattatreya is a guru of everyone.
Okay,
In
all the
astrology,
planets,
in astrology, you'll also find is a Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Three face on this
Correct.
Lord Dattatreya. So those who are not succeeding in astrology, also they can pray Lord Dattatreya. You type Lord Dattatreya, he'll standing three face, and dog is always with him. So
Okay.
by praying Lord Dattatreya is also a good remedy for Ketu. Ganesha best. Everybody can praise the Ganesha. Now Navamsa, because it's very important. Navamsa Hetu Kalatra
Yes.
Sukh.
Because Namansh is everything to do after marriage.
Yeah. So once you get married, your Navamsa activate, not your ascendant. Now your ascendant goes somewhat back foot, and your Navamsa will enhance. Those who are married, see the events from your Navamsa, you will find very well. Because now you are not alone. You are connected with some another energy.
And
The
destiny
female-
of the other person.
Yeah,
as well.
female also
Right.
has now. So by combined luck, if you want to see the combined luck of a husband and wife, you always see the Navash. In Navash, if the seventh house is a very well placed, if it is a, that is why it is a Rajyog. If a Udita Navash is Vargotam, it's a Rajyog. Udita Navash means the first house of a Navash has the same sign as your ascendant. That is, every house will have a same.
Correct.
So if a Udit Navash is Vargotam,
And then
it's a
you're
Rajyog.
same that you're outside, you're same as inside.
Yes. So why?
Because there's no hidden agenda.
So for selecting your opposite partner, you will be always keen. See, you will see everything on the apparent of face. She or he is very beautiful, good looking, good educated, everything. But it may be also by train also. They might have take training to how to
Yeah.
speak. But in Navamsa, you will always find
What is inside?
Insidely he's like or she's like this. So Navamsa 7th house you have to take carefully. See your 7th lord of ascendant and Karaka, whatever, Jupiter or Venus, you see first that position in your Navamsa and see the Navamsa 7th house, that is called Rashi Tulya Navamsa, and then you come reverse, Navamsa Tulya Rashi. If your 7th lord, see for Navamsa there's a lot to speak. 7th lord of your Navamsa, that 7th lord of your Navamsa, where place in the ascendant? From where you will
Correct.
find your spouse? From where you find?
Yeah, the location.
I found in one chart that the 7th lord of Navamsa place in the 4th house. So I given so many options to him, where you are getting pleasure, nearby to your home, during your journey, somewhere in this. But said no, no, no. Then I said, in your school? Oh, well, she's with me in the school, 4th house.
Yeah.
So
Earlier
they
days.
both have
Yeah.
studied in the same school. Then in the between some period they are not knowing to each other, and then proposal came and due to Facebook. So sometime it happens that the 7th lord of this you have to place from where you'll find. If it is placed in 6, 8 and 12 in your ascendant, that means you are finding a person out of fear, out of pressure. Somebody is pressuring, you have to marry with him. Sometime it happens. And you will face, after losing your own liking person, you have to choose him. 12th house. So that's a viewer's depending. You check in Navamsa. And for marriage, see, we'll do one video for timing of marriage. It's a very important.
Absolutely, sir.
Because
That
every
is
people
true.
are asking when I'm going to
Right.
marry. I have some keys that I already discussed in my marriage workshop
Marriage.
also. But we'll see the slowly all this thing. But Dasha doesn't rule here. Let me tell me that 7th house in my Kendra also said Kendra don't see Dasha. So 7th house, if you wait for Dasha, you'll be marrying at the age of 80
Correct.
or 8.
Yes.
Anyway,
Not worth it.
don't depend on Dasha. That's a transit, very well set transit. And whenever the transits are favorable, you get a marriage.
So just as a recap,
Yeah.
Kendra, your
No Dasha to
no
get
dasha to look at, only the transit,
transit.
and the Trikon houses,
All triangle shaped house.
triangle shaped houses, only transit to be seen. Sorry, dasha to be
Dasha
seen.
to be seen, right?
Correct.
So here there's no 7th Dasha. See, 7th Dasha doesn't apply here, whereby you are
You're almost
departing
going.
and- yeah, you're not going. So it doesn't apply here,
Yeah.
right?
But can you see where your journey is going to be from the 7th house?
Yeah, that we'll
Final
see in the
journey.
12th house. When we do the 12th house, I tell you where you are going to go. Either you will be come back or whether
Or
you'll
you
be
will-
totally dissolved.
So is there any gemstone or remedy that you can? I know you said Ganesha.
Yeah,
pray to Lord
Ganesha is best, and if Jupiter gives good result in your chart, first you see whether it is giving good result or somewhere it is affecting your 7th house, except sitting. If it is aspecting,
Yeah.
having a Yuti combination with your 7th lord or Karka, then you better wear Jupiter till you get married. See, those who have Mars those, Kuja those, why they are wearing Mangal, I don't understand.
Because
As-
that's aggravating it.
Are activating is
Ah,
activating already.
Exactly, it's not
It's
good.
giving the harm and you are still
Yeah,
wearing.
still
So
wearing it.
I don't know, something in my gemstone video if we'll do, we'll definitely share this how to wear and what to
Correct.
wear, right? So now 7th house you have to face only not the aspect of a partner or the commercial. You see how the world is seeing and how what type of people you are facing. So all the planet have a tendency to see you.
Correct.
They are seeing you that you are like this.
Yes.
In the eyes of the viewers, who are you? Who you are. So you have to also say in the 7th house like this. And this is also an organ of this lower stomach and this, and also it's a place where your karma, that's the last chakra, no? That's a
Correct.
last chakra
Kama.
that is in the karma. In that chakra is activating, and this is the starting point of a kundalini. This is the
Correct.
start from where the kundalini
Rises.
rises.
Yeah.
So this is a place you have to always see if the malefic planet is there, your thing has blocked. Nature want to give you so many things, but it has blocked somewhere. You have made where your window closed. The energy is already is outside there. So do meditation. Best by meditating. That time also will share. It's the early morning or the afternoon. The 2 time you will get where if you meditate you can enhance your kundalini.
Yeah.
That we'll see in the Murat somewhere in the video we'll discuss how to enhance.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Very important 7th house that we discussed today.
Okay, madam.